Well, y'all want to do a oldish start? All right, so cold start, old start, whatever. This thing's been sitting, I'm gonna guess a year, and I just haven't had time to do anything with it. What I need to do on it is adjust the valves, and because I left that one valve that was stuck loose, and so I need to go back and do that, and I just haven't had the time to do it. And we're probably not going to do that today because I don't have another valve cover gasket. I need to order one, but figured let's throw a battery in this thing. I've had the battery in the Lincoln, that was the other reason, and bought another battery for the Lincoln. So let's put the battery back in here, see if this thing will start. I think that battery should be charged and good. Let's see if this thing's got gas in it. The gas is, like I said, it's probably a year old. Tires are flat. I don't think we're gonna move it. Let's just see. It looks pretty much empty. Let me get some gas, put some gas in it, and we'll see if this thing will start up. The issues on it, that cover's leaking, and like I said, the valves need to be adjusted. And I really just need to clean this thing up and probably sell it. I don't need it. And we gotta do probably some wiring on it, you know, maybe fix the headlights, a few little things like that. Just try to get it a little more squared away. We're just gonna get this thing functional for somebody and probably sell it. Like I said, I don't need it. It just sits here. I need to clear out some stuff. So, but today, let's see if we can get it running. All right, so put about 2 gallons of gas in it. I think I ran it out of gas when I last drove it, or I don't know. It may take some cranking to get it started up. I feel like it did run out of gas though. I think I was trying to start it when we had a cold front come through, and I was trying to circulate the coolant to check it, make sure it was good, and I think it was out of gas. So, like I said, it may take some cranking, but let's see. Battery's hooked up. Or it'll crank right up. I just saw a dirt dauber or wasp fly out, so this may get interesting. Did check the oil and everything, it's all good. Just pull the choke out. Solenoid's not the happiest. I want to say I put a new one on it, maybe I didn't. You can hear that that one valve loose. And these things got a noise in them that makes it sound like a bottom end noise, but I don't think it does have one. They have a clatter to them, I guess. Not that valve tapping. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, then I'll speed it up and you'll hear it. And it almost sounds like a knock, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the way these things sound. My diesel's got a sound similar to that. I don't know. It's just the ones I've heard, they sound like that. Do you hear that? As it's gaining RPM, it's got a noise to it, and then it quietens down once it gets to a constant RPM. Messing with the throttle to get it to do it longer. It's also not wanting to accelerate, you know. I think give it a little choke. Could you hear the noise though? Could be timing, the way the timing. If it was a rod, they care more on letting off the throttle, not typically. If you're gonna say like a rod bearing, they can knock all the time. But what they for sure will do is if they will knock when you let off the throttle. That's why I don't think this thing's a bearing. It's just some kind of, may have to do with the timing on it or something like that. I really don't know. Kind of like a spark knock as it's accelerating. But as it's accelerating, you can hear it. See if we can unchoke it now. Hear it. Like I said, I don't know what it is, but I think it's okay. Like I said, my diesel version of this tractor makes the same noise, but it definitely has a valve. You can hear that valve clattering away. We'll adjust all of them, but not today, I don't think. I guess we could, because I don't have a valve cover gasket, but we can at least adjust them and put the valve cover, just set it on so we got our gasket. Let me just go order a valve cover gasket. Let's do that. We'll go order one, and then that way we have it. And like I said, this has been leaking. Or it was last time I was running it. I took it off and replaced the O-rings on it. I don't see it leaking, but let's see. It may be only leaking when the lift's up. Let's lift the lift up. Looks like there's some kind of a leak. I guess the gearbox. Remember. I guess we'll see if that leaks. Fluid looks good. Had water in it when I first got this tractor, but there was a hole in this shift cover. This plastic had a hole in it, and put that on it to cover it, so pretty sure that's where the water came from. And it doesn't look milky now, so this thing's been sitting outside. Fuel pump's over there pumping. Good running tractor. Yeah, carburetor may be a little gunked up, or I need to adjust it just from sitting. I bet if it runs for a while, it'll get better. Sounds really good, except for that clattering valve. So, I kind of think I do want to mess with this today, so I'm feeling in the mood to do it, so should probably do it. So I'm gonna take some time. I don't think I'm gonna video. I may video this, I don't know. And tear this thing down. Gonna take the intake tube, all that stuff off, and get the valve cover off, and run through it and adjust the valve. But I need to look and see if you do them cold or warm. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we need to do something. All right. Hey, but look, no leaking, so that's good. Maybe I'm thinking of my other tractor. Maybe this one was. Maybe I fixed this one. I don't know. I thought it was still leaking, but it doesn't look like it is. All right. I guess let me get busy and tear into it. So that's going to do it for this video, I guess. Old start, cold start, whatever you want to call it, startup. Summertime cold start. What you let me know down below what you call a startup of something that it's not cold outside, but it has been sitting for, let's say, a year. I feel confident that this thing, I think I tried to start it within a year, but it was out of gas. So I don't think it's been running in a year or over a year. So what would you call that? Is that now considered an old start? Has it been long enough to be considered an old start? Is 1 year long enough? And yeah, and let me know what y'all think I should do with this thing. Like I said, my plans are do some wiring work, which means probably put the starter switch back on the key switch maybe, and wire up the headlights, and that would probably be it. And just clean this thing up, pressure wash it. Don't think I would paint it, but let me know what y'all think, because you know, this thing, I mean, you could put paint on it, but it's still rusted out, and you could patch up those holes, but then you're just patching up rust. And you could go all out on this thing, but ultimately, you know, it needs tires. I'm not going to buy tires for it, because by the time you do all that, you're not going to get your money out of it, out of doing that. So it needs tires. It needs body work, paint, but it's a functional tractor as is. You know, it runs good. We'll make sure it runs all good. If I need to clean the carburetor out again, I will, but I think if I just let it run, it'll clear up. It's a functional tractor. it's been serviced. You know, plugs, wires, points, condenser, plug wires, reuse the cap. It's got a new starter, fuel pump, carburetor, of course fuel filter, oil's been changed on it, oil filter, transmission and rear end drained, flushed, refilled, hydraulic filter. It's got a new battery in it, well, newish. The cooling system's in good shape. It's got a new seat on it. What do you do at that point? I think I just sell it like that, and you know, whatever I get for it's whatever I get for it. So, you know, slapping some paint on this thing is not really gonna help much because it's still got the holes in it, and I'm not doing body work on it. You know, I could do some shoddy stuff and just throw some Bondo over it to make it look better and spray some paint on it and kind of give it a, you know, a used car lot treatment. But ultimately, I think I'll just sell it as a rusty, functional tractor that should serve someone well, mechanically. And lift holds, I mean, what else do you want? So, anyway, rambling on. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. Again, like I said, let me know what you would do this thing, how far you'd take it. And let me know what you think this thing would bring as is. Like I said, rusty and stuff, but mechanically solid. What do you think something like this would bring? And then, yeah, hit the like button and subscribe for more.